the surfaces. Out of the 5 games, 3 teams winning by chasing.
To worry about the weather, especially when you are in this part of the country. That's the reason we have a ground in Dambulla, isn't it, Rajiga?
The Kuala getting those starts, but hasn't been the ideal batter to capitalize on a bigger score. 40s in the
Pakistan will have to chase it down in below 30 overs, but we'll confirm the numbers. There's Niroshan Dickwalla for Sri Lanka. And I can promise you that we are going to have some fun.
The power play using those 10 overs to get to a good start. Farudin outside. Pick couple of wickets. Ball number 1 in this 6th game.
It's going to be done better. Looking for a quick single. Bit of misfield, but Niroshan Dickwalla, you can't keep him quiet for too long. There you go. This is what I was talking about. As I was just speaking, he swings it across towards mid-wicket. Yes, he didn't time it properly, but still, Sri Lanka, they're on their way. Vishka Fernando on strike for the first time in the game. Oh, sprays it down the leg side. The wicket keeper will miss it altogether. The umpire will have a little bit of exercise. And Sri Lanka will be awarded with 5 wides.
Ball swinging wayward. And that awkward bounce in front of the wicket keeper. You couldn't gather it. Freebies. 5 extra runs.
Wrist work. Very nicely done by Niroshan Dickwalla. This is what he's really good at. He will play the field. He's a smart.
Get wickets. They're trying to keep dot balls and just bowl and the very good line and length. Keeping things quiet for these 2 openers. A lovely shot. Lofts it. Over extra cover. 1 bound. And then this Dickwalla.
Innovative shots. He will create boundaries out of nowhere. Look at where he's standing. He walks at least 2 to 3 feet outside the leg stump and places it
Up. Maybe there's a bit of moisture in. A lovely shot. Lofts it over mid-on. 1 bounce. And Dickwalla gets his 3rd boundary.
really restrict him from playing these kind of shots. He will bring out the innovation. There you go. That was not a bad delivery. He just dragged it from the 4th stump and deposited it over long on, between the long on and the mid wicket out to the boundary. There is a deep fine leg play as well. Oh, beautiful. This is great game awareness. The deep scrum.
Dickwalla.
There you go. The bowler trying to be away from the hitting arc of Niroshan Dickwalla and does the mistake of throwing it outside the off stump, which is another strong zone of this man.
Timing and placement into perfection there. Well, now the bowler is in immense pressure, Iran. 3 consecutive boundaries in this over, being a little expensive. And nicely pounced on it. Again width. And what he did was 3rd boundary was touched to Fuller. Well, width on offer once again. That's another lovely shot from Niroshan Dickwalla. 16 runs coming off it.
Trying to go after the bowlers, and he has been successful. Avishka Fernando joins the party. He says, mate, if you can do it, let me do it from the other end.
More width. Well, I'll tell you that cover fielder and extra cover fielder were looking at their faces. Lovely shot on top of it, and they will have to go and fetch it because that was another tracer bullet shot from Avishka Fernando. That's his first boundary. So 5 boundaries coming inside the last 6 balls.
Big up shot. Short and jab. He's very good with this. And the fielder will have to give up the chase. The ball will have enough legs. Make it 2-2 for Avishka Fernando.
Back-to-back boundaries.
He has that surprise arm ball, I think, which goes the other way. Maybe because of his action. Again, firing it down the leg side. Now, was there a bat on it? Or whether it will run away for 5 wides? Yes. Again, he was trying to fire it in. Take a look at this again. And if you really notice something, Santosh, if you see today, now Shams is a move that Afghanistan depend on to pick those wickets. Oh, that's a beauty. You just can't afford to bowl on that length against Avishka Fernando. He's so good on the back foot. He doesn't take that big stride back, but he just rocks back, transforms his weight, and executes perfectly.
Yeah, not short enough, Kosala. It just sat up beautifully for Avishka Fernando to just go for his cross-batted pull shot. And no one down at the deep mid-wicket boundary as well. There's he once again, not short enough. It was just a free hit for Avishka Fernando. So welcome boundary for Avishka. He's not opening batters, giving them good starts in the previous games. Oh, shot. That's beautiful. That's down the ground, present in the full face of the bat. Avishka Fernando. Class apart. That's a beautiful shot from Avishka.
Well, that's his strength, isn't it? He's good on the short pitch, but the moment it's pitched up to him, he will go through that motion. And again, as you said, the hand-eye coordination is fantastic. Not much foot movement, but a boundary. That one went like a tracer bullet.
Yeah, this is what I was trying to say. Because he's been either short or he's been either full. He needs to find his line and length as fast as possible. That time a shot outside off stump and it's cut. And cut for 4. Another boundary to Avishka Fernando. And Sri Lanka dominating proceedings here.
Yeah. This will be a disappointing factor where the Afghanistan team is concerned. Another short delivery. And he had ample time because he hit it in front of cover. Take a look at that. There you go. Oh, welcome, says Dickwella as he plays a Dill scoop, or is it a Dickwella scoop? You never know, but it's a boundary to the Sri Lankan A team.
Yeah, Dick.
All forward. Yeah. It's boundary 4, boundary 4.
That's given 4. Dickwella doing Dickwella things. Welcome, he says to Safi. With fine leg and third man in the circle, he goes for his signature Dickwella scoop.
How surprising can you be, Santosh? And if imagine, take a look at this again. They will look for 2. They run the first one quick and they're coming back. Oh, in fact, it's gone for a boundary. Very well played. The timing was good enough, but I give it to the placement more than the timing. It's the end of the over. It's 81 at the end of 10. Dickwella and Fernando getting a good start. But this is the last ball of the last over. Just look how gentle that was done. The placement was fantastic, and this outfield is lightning fast. But I also feel that the fielder would have done a better effort.
Yeah, he got a good bat on it, Avishka Fernando. He got the placement right as well. And out at the boundary for protection. So he'll be a lot more relaxed as Dickwella goes for his sweep. That's the way he'll play. And he gets another boundary. That's brilliant batting from Niroshan Dickwella.
You just can't even half an inch with this man. He will really take you on. Take a look at this again, Shams. Just a fraction on that midland leg line. See, he gets his foot up. 89 runs partnership.
and create a doubt as well in the batsman's minds. That is the only way that he's going to be able to get a wicket here.
But not with those opportunities, but that turn, but it was short. And that will beat the diving fielder to the boundary. The bowler is not happy. And he has all the right to be, because that was not a good effort. That was not a good effort.
Yeah, the fielder could have done a lot more better, but that ball deserved a boundary, deserved to be hit. It was a drag down to the right-handed Avishka Fernando. Massive gap on the leg side between deep mid-wicket and deep square. Let's see once again with the turn. Good shot from Avishka. This time shot outside off stump. Cut away and it's another boundary. Avishka Fernando has got back-to-back boundary. This is poor bowling from Shams.
Yeah. Very bad bowling. He's dropping it far too short on the surface, and the surface looks slow. Fernando having a lot of time to play his shots. Waited on that, and he placed it into that gap between extra cover and mid-off. Now that's a feature that we've seen, that Fernando loves, that they let these two openers off the hook. And there comes out the sweep from Niroshan Dickwella, which will earn another boundary. Sri Lanka will close in, they get to the 100 mark. They're 103. And Dickwella is just one run away from that.
103-run partnership between these two batters. What a... getting the chance to bat first, and both batters are capitalizing on the opportunity. Oh, shot and jab. What a perfect pickup that was. Brilliant from Avishka Fernando.
Yeah, wonderful start for Sri Lanka. That's another look. Avishka Fernando has been very, very severe when the ball has been offline. And that's another indication as to how he pounces on those loose deliveries. One thing about the Afghan bowlers is that they haven't really worked up a lot of pace. So it has allowed the batters to plenty of time rocking on the back foot, going square of the wicket, either on the leg side or on the off side. So this is an indication. 107 without loss into the 14th over.
Yeah, in fact, the Afghanistan bowlers, they are under pressure. It was a slower start from the Sri Lankans, but when the two batters, they got themselves in, they're feeling much more comfortable, understanding the pace of the wicket and playing shots accordingly. A quick single. Now, this has been one area they have worked really well, and that's a half century for Avishka Fernando of just 42 deliveries. He's really worked hard. Second 50 plus runs in this tournament as well.
Yeah, he's got 100. Don't forget, he's had a brilliant series. He's attempting to catch the of deliveries that can be thrown at you.
Quick single. Hungry for a half century. Finally, Niroshan Dickwella, he gets to that mark. He looks relieved. Very well played by the left-hand batter. But more important.
That, he would just couldn't carry on. But he still has something to offer.
Oh, smashes it. Poor bit of fielding. 4 more runs for Avishka Fernando. Once again, this is turning out to be an expensive over.
Fortunate that they have picked this game where they had to get everything together with very little mistakes if they are to qualify to the final, but they seem to have chosen this game to do everything. So that will be asking the batting unit a lot. I don't know with you. Every young Afghanistan cricketer. Oh, lovely, lovely shot. That is again not great bowling. You have the extra cover and have that ring on the offside inside, and then you dish out a wide half volley, and Niroshan Dickwella will pounce on it just like this.
Once again, poor execution by the bowler. Full outside the off stump. That's a hit me delivery. Niroshan Dikwala. He will throw the bat at it. Look at that. Beautiful. He just needed to get it over the infield.
More runs. And he's successful playing this way.
Oh, beautiful. Finally, Niroshan Dikwala goes fishing and he pays the price. That's the
Dikwala goes just outside the off stump. That's that corridor that Dikwala struggles. And beat movement, a nick out for 6.
the middle. Another talented batter in the Sri Lankan.
Open the doors for them in the national team.
Lofts it straight over the bowler's head. Lovely bit of timing from Avishka Fernando.
Time to perfection. Bowler pitching it up, rolling his fingers. There you see, just checking his shot. And he got enough bat on it to get a massive 6. Avishka Fernando looking solid out there.
And that's a shot of authority. I'll tell you, he's in top form. He had a very good
Championship of 23 of 37 balls. There he goes for it. This time he gets enough bat on it. Is that a 6? It's a 4 signaled.
It's not timing. Lot of dot balls in his innings. And going with that flow. He identified that the mid-off fielder was up in the ring, so he needed some mid. Lucky for him, he got the full face to work it through nice. Or played uppishly. Oh, gets a boundary. Making sure that was placed in the previous game. This is another beautiful shot.
Yeah, he knew exactly where the long off fielder was. It was a bit of a wideish long off.
Leonardo Fernando finally finds the middle of the bat for him because he was trying that sweep quite often. And finally, he gets it front of square. The reason for that, Roshan, is that he contacted it quite in front of the stumps.
Yeah, that's true. And also, it was wider the off stump, so he took.
Again, Leonardo gets a sweep in place and he finds the gap and he finds the boundary. So this will bring a lot of cut. Oh. This has been his strength, isn't it? He's just worked those singles around.
Can play at that ground where cricket doesn't stop. Good running. And the
Now, Ibrahim comes back into the attack. 100 for Avishka Fernando. Back-to-back hundreds against Afghanistan A. And he is really...
with such potential player that has promised so much and delivered when decisions are made.
Oh, this time he finds the outside edge. There's no slip, but will run away to the boundary. Place to cover that, but that was a good delivery.
Well, I can tell you that his 100 was almost flawless. And immediately after the 100, the first false shot has been forced by Afghan bowlers. Cleverly bowled, brilliant length. Playing.
And this is how he got about things. He started off well, getting run square of the wicket. He was very strong on the back foot in pulling and cutting. He was not afraid to go aerial during the power play. And anything pitched up was driven very well.
Yeah, Avishka was fantastic. Outstanding stuff. Brilliant batting. Wasn't afraid to go over the top. Took on the spinners, took on the fast bowlers. And very severe. And a wonderful 100, I'll tell you. Oh, this time might be taken. Yes, just inside the boundary. Avishka looking for that short arm, looking to clear the mid-wicket.
There you go. He He picked that one up, but didn't get the distance, only the elevation. But I thought that was a good running catch. It was a good running catch. He had to cover a fair amount of ground. He had to keep the. Avishka Fernando goes for a well-made 110. Sri Lanka 226 for half century and a 90 in this series.
Organize it nicely. Lovely shot once again into that gap. He was trying and eyeing the reverse sweep a lot, but this time he could.
Most of the time out in the middle, execution was perfect. Look at that, the outfield will do the rest. And with the wicket of Avishka Fernando going down, I believe this man on screen will need to take charge and accelerate during the
Into form, going into a final. Lovely shot. Couple of steps to the offside, flicks it with firm.
This is good. Sadira Samaravikrama straight away shifting gears after the wicket of Avishka Fernando. Mid wicket and mid on inside the circle. Easy pickings. Lovely piece of timing. Look.
Oh, flicks it straight to short mid wicket. And Farudin strike.
Early stage between these two batters, but more importantly, you shouldn't let these batters get into those final overs. Hey, Sri Lanka 247 for 3.
Number 5 batter, left-hander. Frame these last 10 overs. A lovely shot once again. There's a fielder. Grabs it. And a very good catch from Faisal.
To the field, you did mention it correctly, Rajiva. With three fielders out there in the leg side, he just made sure into the surface that he bowls it. Easy catch. Disappointing end for the batter. He just couldn't travel the distance. Look at the passion. It is a big one. Noni Fernando, he departs for 45.
In. Number 6 batter.
And been all on the expensive side, all going beyond 6.
Amazing shots. That time, no problem.
Well, I did mention that he was not really the Han Wickramasinghe that we know. He was not in control of the game. His confidence was lost. He was trying to do a lot of it, and he goes for 3 in Sri Lanka. Now Ravindu Fernando, he played in the
Great. Oh, what a shot. But this time, I think he manufactured a shot, but unfortunately found the fielder. I like the intent, but
They took that again. There you go. Yeah, it was pace off, and he took it from very low, and he always had to hit it up. There was no way that he could bring it down. So if he's going up, Arachiki goes. Sri Lanka for 12, and Sri Lanka, they'll be really disappointed. 274 for 6 now.
luxury. And you will expect shots like that. You'll expect the aggression. They get a boundary. So I'm just wondering the cost of it.
Yeah, you're right. I feel that he should have been brought much earlier and try and pick up wickets, because you know what wrist spinners can do. They will bowl 2 bad balls, but he'll get you that important wicket. And especially, they had that lower middle order. Oh, poor. This is poor from Khalil. Gurbaz, it's another boundary. So back-to-back boundary.
Fine leg spinner. There is no doubt about it. He had the Sri Lankan right-handers in trouble. And also now, bowling at this stage and bowling also to Wanindu Sahar.
The 285 for 6.
See,
Oh, that's good. That's beautifully done. Found the gap. And that is a welcome boundary for Sri Lanka, courtesy of
Only time will tell if these two batters enjoy his pace, but it's important that Dulaj hits the right area. So first ball of the run chase. Good start. Quick single. They get off the mark. Hassan is underway as well as Afghanistan A.
A short delivery. Hammers it. Struck nicely off the bat of Hassan A. Sakil. And 6 to end the over. 5 overs done. 16 for 2.
Team.
Oh, that's neatly done. Very well done. That will have the legs to reach the boundary. But that is a good looking.
Erring on the pads. We've spoken about the importance of, I think, the release points. So important that he masters that. The release point. We talk about the various wrist positions. And now the release point, the wrist, when it doesn't come together. Beautiful. Beautiful. The previous one was on the pads. This one.
A very high bat lift. Look at that punch. We talked about this in a previous game. His bat comes very straight, Roshan. Doesn't come from.
And doing it with ease.
And the finger comes up. And Ravindu will pick up a wicket.
Out to me. Let's take a look. Yep. That was definitely hitting maybe leg stump. Maybe the batter had a case. But in my opinion, it looked more out than in. Round was built. Right, the new batter is Bahir Shah. Looked very impressive in the last game against.
It's, one of the most talked about. Oh, now was that a chance? Did the fielder get a hand to it? Did he get his fingertips to it? But that is a lovely delivery. But it's gone all the way for a boundary. But for to get that ball to turn, he dragged the batter into the shot, just passing the. Minus. Oh, that's a beauty. That's a beautiful delivery. That's a perfect off spinner's delivery. It will go down as 4 byes, but I feel.
Perfect, as you said, off spinner's delivery. Dipped on the batter. You could see as the batter got dragged because he was not reaching.
Top run getters in the Tri-Nation.
Oh, that is disappointing. We just spoke about Manoj Hassan and he has been deposited into the fence for a
Bowls a very short delivery. And then Hassan pounds it towards that vacant region. And this is the opportunity to once again pulls it into the gap. 1 bounce, 4.
This is not good bowling from Manoj Hassan. Try and fix his length as soon as possible. There you go. Plenty of time to rock onto the back foot. No protection in the deep mid-wicket boundary, and straight away we could see a deep mid-wicket fielder being pushed back.
Highest wicket takers. Very good over. Just a 3 from the part. But in the LPL, he's going to rip.
Oh, that was very close. Trying to sweep him. That completes over number 16. 70.
And also for Dambulla Sixers, Niroshan Dikwal. So in the meanwhile, Hassan Ezakil gets his first half century in this one-day series. I think the young
Doing 23 runs and Bahir 23.
outside head once again beats the short third fielder, and Hassan Ezakil gets another boundary.
That requires, they would take it with both hands. Hardly any turn on that one. Going on with the arm. There you go. More than a runner ball at the moment. Looking for 2 runs. In fact, they might get a boundary. Let's see. The chase is on. A good bit of fielding.
Mane getting into 100, but Hassan Ezakil, that was his first maximum, but he composed nicely, planned it out well, and there you see right off the face, and even there's a bad delivery, he made sure that he pounds on it, and then getting those boundaries, played magnificently. And this is the opportunity for him. He's on 59 right now. The son of the president of Afghanistan cricket, Mohammad Nabi. He'll be a proud dad. I think in the Afghanistan Premier League, they represented in the same, that's the BPL, if I'm not mistaken. Bangladesh Premier League, they represent the same team, father and son duo.
Oh, that's a massive shot. That'll clear the boundary with quiet ease. That's a big one. He got underneath the delivery and smashed it. Pure power.
Yeah, definitely a lot of power. He has got into his rhythm right now. Spend a lot of time in there going for the slog sweep.
$110 for 3. Viaskan Vijayakanth will continue from the com box end. Oh, short, and that's been given the correct treatment from Hassan. There was no second invitation needed for him to put that one away for half a dozen.
Yeah, dragged down from Viaskanth, and Hassan was quick to rock back and hit it over the deep mid-wicket field.
That's better. Better comeback. More slower through the air. He was looking for the googly in the previous one. There you go, Afghanistan. If they had to win, they need to win this game within 29.3 overs if they are to qualify for the final. Oh, that's been deposited. Oh no, has it been taken down there? For a moment, I thought that was sailing over the mid-wicket area. But that was a well-judged catch at the end. Is that Vanuja Sahan? But that is a bad ball to get a wicket.
Yeah, typical wrist spinner's dismissal from Viaskanth on this occasion. A full toss. Let's see, once again, full toss. The bat rolling in his hand, not getting enough. And Vanuja Sahan takes a rather easy catch in the standard of cricket. Yeah, he has a wry smile on his face. He knows that ball didn't.
Viaskan has picked up his first wicket. Bad delivery, but the mistake that Hassan did was he was trying to he had to reach for it a bit. What was that? And where has that gone? And that's just managed to clear the ropes. We'll have to wait and see. It's been signaled up doing. What was he bowling? What was that?
I think it was the attempted flipper. It didn't come out right. Or it could be a variation, maybe a bouncer like some of the spinners do in today's modern game. But unfortunately,
Yeah, these are the highest wicket takers of the tournament. Oh, this time short. Has he got enough of that? Yes. That's going to be another 6. You just can't afford to.
And another 6. Viyaskant and Vanuja both have a couple of drag down balls that have been hammered away for 6 over the deep mid wicket boundary. So these are gifts for the Afghanistan batters. And I think Vanuja needs to work a lot on his lengths. Lines are perfect, but he needs to be a lot more full.
And this time, again, he tries to go aerial, but he will find the boundary that will beat the fielder. So, a 6 and a boundary to have to be considered. And he goes for the reverse sweep and gets it in the gap. It's Bahir this time who finds the boundary. Afghanistan will end. So, these are the leading run getters. Oh, he's gone. Just as we speak, the bowling change has worked. It is not the perfect delivery for a wicket, but Ijaz has found.
Out of 10 times. Let's have a look at it again. Short, wide outside off stump. Oh, good catch. That was travelling. Very good catch from Nunidu Fernando. And Mathulan, the northern hero.
Safi.
Mathulan goes short. Chance. Beautifully done. The trap was set. 2 fielders behind square on the offside field. He throws the bouncer into the surface.
And straight down the throat. Just look at it. It rushed him. And well, it was just guided. He didn't have to move. Right down his throat. Bahir Shah, he's been the
Shamsur Rahman.
sensation in the first over. Oh, now that has to be close. That has to be close. Yes. Ravindra Vimal thinks that's out. And that's what really matters.
Again. There you go. Coming in, reversing into the right-hand batter. No hesitation for the umpire. The finger goes up. Number 7, Shamsur Rahman. He did for all the fans. Oh! That was a batter killer. That's a no ball.
Stretch. Let's take another look just to understand. Oh, yes. See, that's the problem. This is the problem with bowlers of that nature. So that's why it's a no ball.
Swings, but misses it. Oh, goes for the slog sweep. And it goes all the way for a half a dozen. Safi will enjoy it. 31 over. That's the equation. 161 runs required for that. Outside edge. That'll be 4 runs. Backing away and just throwing the bat outside the odd stump. And with the pace that Mathulan is generating.
Yeah, look at where he is. He's just backing away a lot outside the leg stump, giving himself a lot of room outside the off.
Oh, he decides to go short. A square leg inside the 30-yard circle.
Stood up. That's a mistake. With Mathulan doesn't really get the ball to bounce too much with that action. So that's a manageable height. Just riding the bounce and rolling his wrists.
And this time, he goes through on the offside and will find another boundary. So Safi is taking a liking to Viyaskant Vijay and is getting the
Set off stump. No one down at the boundary on the off except for the sweeper that is in the gap. Pretty easy pickings for Safi. It's not good bowling from Viyaskant.
Oh, he's just thumped that. That was hit with, just look at that. That was a real punch from Safi. Oh, he's cleaned him up. I thought that was a slower one. What a outing this man is having in his first ball, but he kept low. Yeah, he was. Yeah. Yeah, it's just got stuck in the pitch. And that's the end of Safi. He goes.
This series and he picks a 3 for.
Oh, straight into the hands of the mid-off fielder. The skipper will take the catch. Dulaj will pick his 4th wicket. What a outing he's having.
Like I mentioned in this series, and he's amongst the wicket, picks a 4 for. Got a brilliant opportunity to pick a 5. Good catch from the skipper Sana Archike. And Afghanistan are 206.
Things up in this over. Big swing. And it finds a gap and it'll get to the boundary. Faradoon will.
Dulaj bang it shot.